So back in the day, if you needed to run Edge computer vision on a Raspberry Pi, like I did here with a Raspberry Pi 3B Plus and a Raspberry Pi Camera Vision 2, I would use this for object detection and mischief. And what that meant is that this will be the image sensor. It would send the raw data, right, to the Raspberry Pi. And this is a Raspberry Pi 3B Plus, which is a quad core CPU with 64-bit operations, and the clock frequency on it is like 1.4 gigahertz, so it's not very fast, and it's running other programs like Mischief. That means that you're overloading the CPU and it gets hot, and the video feed you get to see from the detection is so laggy, right? The frames per seconds are so bad. So this was a problem. Enter Raspberry Pi AI camera. They released this last year. Finally got my hands on it. What makes it different? It looks very similar to the old camera. If you look, it looks very similar. But this is way better. Why? Because it has a neural processing unit on it right here. So all the mathematical computations that are needed for computer vision are done on here, not on the Raspberry Pi. So I have it here connected to the Raspberry Pi 5, and this will do all the processing, say object detection, and it will send the output tensor to the CPU. By the way, the CPU of the Raspberry Pi 5 is a 2.4 gigahertz ARM Cortex CPU, so pretty good. And this is why I always said that Edge AI is the future. It's very cheap. It means that you do not have to send the raw footage to a server, and then there's no latency. But this little camera right here has the AI capabilities to identify objects and send that output to this Raspberry Pi 5 through this CSI cable. I think that's really good, and it means that the output will not be laggy, as you will see. That means it's super fast. So for your projects that have to do with object detection, facial recognition, this is the best way to go about it. I cannot wait to play with it. Pause. And you will connect the Raspberry Pi AI camera to one of these two CSI slots. Any of them will work, really. You can connect a display or a camera to this slot, by the way. Now that I've connected the AI camera to the slot, we should be good to go and should run our first program and see if it works. By the way, Raspberry Pi have made it easy for you to get started with this AI camera. It uses a Sony IMX500 sensor, so you need to install the firmware for that, and those are the instructions on how to do it. I'm not gonna go over that, but yeah, after installation, you'll be ready to go. Testing it, and it's laggy. Why is that? Oh, I'm using VNC Viewer, so I'm remote entering my desktop view of the Raspberry Pi. That's slow, obviously. Duh, Kelvin. Alright, now we've hooked up the Raspberry Pi to a monitor such that there's direct transmission of that raw data to the display, and you can see that there's no lag whatsoever. This is magic. You gotta check it out, man. Tell me what I should do next with this. I mean, I have some ideas, but I want to know what you think I should do. So it can detect a person, phones, and everything. Sometimes, false positives, it detected my phone as a remote, but yeah, it really is good.